I considered pulling out the mics we're going to use in the future because I have them. And we could do it with just the two of us. But I didn't want to mess around with, like, the new setup. I just want to get this over with.
True. Fair.
Someday we'll use the new equipment.
Eventually. Maybe before we die. Or before the nuclear apocalypse.
Probably, like, after the show is dead, we'll come back for a reunion tour and use the equipment that we always hope to use.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Welcome back to Dime Gaming Bros. I am one of your co-hosts, Spencer, joined by Jacob. I concur.
We could do a Hell Freezes Over tour. That always seems to go well.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That would be cool. We can wear ice skates.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do, what is that? It's a stupid freaking ice skating in the costume show that's like the celebrities, but they're in like a thing. Do you know the thing?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Damn.
I was more thinking like the Eagles. We could come out on stage in our walkers.
I don't want anything to do with the Eagles, the football team. I'm good. If you want me to beat up people in the streets, just ask.
You don't want to stay in hell and call it a hotel?
No.
Okay.
Alan Wake reference.
What game did you play?
Oh, I can't help myself. I'm so funny.
Talk about what game you played this month.
I played Murdered Soul Suspect, or as you would say, Murdered Soul Suspect.
I'm aware.
It came out in 2014. It is a neo-noir detective action-adventure game, which is the most fucking vague description you can give.
True story.
Especially in like 2012 to like 2015. That's just every game is a third-person action-adventure. What the fuck does that mean? What is it comparable to? I couldn't tell you what this is comparable to. Not because it's particularly unique, but because it's kind of a little bit of everything. You play as Ronan, a former shitheel fucking...
I think you mean Gumshoe.
No. Former shitheel delinquent GTA playing murdering Steve, who then becomes a Gumshoe. He then dies in the opening. He gets shot like 7 times, and he's a ghost, and you play as a ghost. You have to solve your own murder, which is involved in a big old mystery about a serial killer and spooky shit. This game is the epitome of average. Whomstever.
You, too, are average.
That is true. And
so
also,
you identified with it.
That's very true. It also sometimes exudes copious amounts of aura, and I don't blame it for that. The mystery aspect of the story is surprisingly engaging. It is not thrilling. It is not Alan Wake 2. Oh my gosh, it's the biggest twist in the... it's solid. It's decent writing. The character of Ronan is the... this takes place in Salem, Massachusetts, by the way. So I, of course, feel spiritually connected with my brethren slightly down south.
Never heard of it.
Everyone's aggressive as fuck. They're all speaking in Bostonian accents, particularly Ronan. He is like a walking stereotype, and everybody in the story acknowledges it.
How many times did they say dunks in this game?
No dunks. No dunks.
It's not a real Boston.
They didn't say fuck that much either, which is really weird given the content of the game itself. But yeah, he wears a fedora, and he's got his vest over his dress shirt with that shit rolled up with the fucking suspenders, and he's got the fucking gun holster. He is the most 1940s detective, but it takes place in modern day. And multiple characters in the story are like, damn, you're cringe. It's really funny. The mystery element of the fact that it takes place in Salem, Massachusetts, involves the witch trials and the witch hunts and all of that stuff in a decent enough fashion. It leans hard enough into the camp and the supernatural elements that are kind of culturally relevant to engage with spooky shit, but it also doesn't really take itself seriously enough where I'm now going, okay, so the witch trials were fake except for the one time they weren't, and it was actually a witch. Like, you know, like, damn, that's kind of lazy writing. It didn't feel like it was unaware of what it was doing.
One of the best memes in the group chat lately has been the one that I found where it's like the crying girlfriend Wojak, and she's like, babe, wearing a 38 snub nose doesn't make you a noir detective, and then he's
These
just
streets ain't safe, baby.
beat it, toots. These streets ain't what they used to be.
So good.
He's literally me.
Yes, he is. So the serial killer running around, he's called the Bell Killer. He seemingly exhibits supernatural abilities. He whoops your ass and throws you out a window, and then takes your own gun and shoots you point blank in the chest while you're already dead. So petty. The coolest fucking thing design-wise in this game is the fact that everything's blue. This is during the bluening time of video games.
Yes.
And also, it's because you're spooky and everything's a ghost.
It's Boston. It's the big blue.
And then the bullet holes are orange. It goes so fucking hard. I can't. You run around. You always have bullet holes in your chest because you're a fucking ghost. It's the epitome of, like, the first time you ever do, like, color grading on a movie, just blue and teal everything. But it's pretty cool. It's part of the cover art for a reason. It's high key all aura, no quality on the gameplay side. It is perfectly functional and nothing original. The sound design, the soundtrack, the musical scoring, and a lot of the dialogue and the characters are extremely heavily based on stereotypes and archetypes of the genre, very clearly, intentionally, for the sake of shorthand. But that's kind of what carries it. Half the cutscenes are you slowly walking down a street with your eternally burning cigarette going, I don't like ghosts, and fucking flick your cigarette, and then it cuts, and then your cigarette's back in your mouth. It's so tropey. It's ridiculous. The totality of the story plays out in a relatively satisfying way. I will give it that. I was intrigued enough by what the mystery elements were, who the serial killer actually was, what was going on with all that. This is an 11-year-old game. I'm still not going to spoil the ending. It was satisfying enough. I got the idea. As with a lot of historical fiction, but goofy type writing, not like I'm James Patterson and I wrote a book in 1941. When you're doing kind of tropey, genre heavy period writing, it leans into its stereotypes. It knows what it's doing, and also they do the actuality. All the witches were just women who could do math, except the one was a real witch. Don't worry about it though, and that's like the whole big hullabaloo. It's planted surprisingly early on in the game who this person actually is, which I was pretty impressed by. Not because I picked up on it, but because retroactively I'm like, oh, that's so fucking obvious. I'm kind of stupid. And I like that. There's enough, not redirects, like red herrings, but just other stuff going on. I kind of forgot that the killer doesn't have an identity yet. I was just busy with all the other shit. The murders all take place in various forms of ways we would kill witches. Like, this is the most gruesome one of the entire game. There's a little girl. She's like 9. And she was beaten and dragged by the serial killer. Put in a chair, like a wooden chair. That chair was strung up over a tree in some water. And she was fucking dropped and drowned. It's surprisingly impactful in the game, again, despite it being extremely trope heavy and very corny. The ghost of this child is deeply spooky and very creepy, and that was pretty cool.
Like The Ring?
Not like The Ring. We're nowhere near that. Nothing in this game is scary. It is just spooky.
Man,
I thought it would be a little scarier, but it's all spooky. This is what's something comparable film-wise in terms of spooky? I'm actually having difficulty with that. That's not good. There's definitely a lot of examples of like it's spooky, but there's nothing scary in it. Nothing in it is like, oh god, that's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. I'm gonna go carve my eyes out. We're not.
Is Alan Wake 1 scarier or
Scarier, yes.
Oh, really?
Alan Wake 1's jump scares fucking work. The few that there are, when Barbara Jagger fucking pops in your vision, that shit's spooky as fuck. And then she screams in your ear. There are no jump scares in this game that are anywhere close to that effective. Alan Wake 1 actually is a decent enough comparison, I guess. It's in that vein of like, it's intentionally spooky. It's not meant
blue.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. You got me there. It's spooky. I would argue that Alan Wake 1 is far more like deeply impactful with its horror in the background, but that's like a taste thing. Overall presentation, fucking phenomenal. It's so... Yeah, beat it, toots. My dead wife is on the other side, and I have an unfinished mission, and I am a ghost now, and I gotta meet my wife, and she was the only good thing in my life, but I'm a piece of shit. It's so fucking corny. I love it. They play it straight most of the time, and I really respect it for that. The setting, in terms of feeding into the story, is done really well. In terms of a world to explore, it was surprisingly open for being a game that is not billed or marketed as an open world. It's not. It has loading screens. But there's probably like 10 locations surrounding various murders you will investigate that then lead into the larger, like this chunk of Salem that you can explore. Not scale at all, but it's pretty solid on that front. There's the Salem Witch Museum, a big old church, the police station, an apartment building, a few streets, a gas station, a cemetery, the local asylum, which is where a lot of the like late second act takes place, which I will not say anything else about other than like damn shit that did happen. We did indeed go to Arkham. Arkham Asylum is probably scarier than this game.
Wow.
It's not trying to be scary, so it's not really a criticism. It's not scary.
Okay.
There are no like.
So you cheated on the spooky month.
I kind of did. I didn't think it was gonna.
You cheating cheater.
It's still spooky.
You cheat, Dr. Jones. You cheat.
It's still spooky. It's just not scary. I did think it would have a little bit more scary to it, but whatever.
Meanwhile, I'm over here trying Outlast 2 because I'm trying to fit my spooky month quota.
Hey, man. I don't have a follow-up. Watch me just be able to play Outlast 2 for no fucking reason.
I don't think so, Mike.
I highly doubt it. Too much a boogie-woogity-woo, It's the particular thing that makes me go, fuck! I'm gonna shit myself.
Yeah, it got me. So,
chase sequences in tight corridors. I don't like it. Everything's green. Gameplay is generic third-person adventure game.
Ouch.
I would not call it an action-adventure game. There is no combat in the open world necessarily. There are some scripted segments during quote-unquote boss fights, and there are demons who are like ghosts who have been in the sauce too long, who will attack you in the closed off sections. So if you're like in the church, this is now a level versus like kind of just wandering around. In the open world, there's nothing to be scared of or to fight. In the levels, there will be every once in a while a shift from, exploration, looking for clues, reading people's minds, looking over their shoulders, to then, fuck, there's demons in this building. And they just look like Dementors from Harry Potter, which is a creepy ass design, I'll give them that. It's the like floating no bottom half bony head with the cloak that's directly over their face type shit. Then they go, wah! And then they fucking chase you. I think the only thing that's remotely like spooky on like properly remotely even near scary is like the noise they make when they detect you gets annoying, but also is like fuck. But that's probably just like the sound mixing. Those are really the only like combat sections. Everything else is done in a cutscene. You are a ghost. You are non-corporeal. That's kind of how it happens. The combat in the demon sections of the game. Like, say you are in the first major area of the game is an apartment building where you are investigating your own murder. So there's like 3 floors. There is a background mystery in every single location. So you'll have there's a woman who is stuffed into a water heater. And like that's like your first like side quest. So you'll go around the building trying to find hidden like things that are hidden that you have to use your ghost powers to find. Every ghost has different ghost powers because of course they do. And you can pick up clues from different tenants of the building, and you can read their minds, and you can ask them questions, or you can make them ask each other questions to try to piece together your mysteries. I think as side quests, they actually work surprisingly well. They don't like ever impact the main story, but they also feel interesting enough to want to finish. I did probably 80% of them without returning to the area. I would just do them as I went along, and I was like, oh shit, there's a same apartment building. There's just a dude ghost, like a middle-aged man, sitting in a child's closet. It's not rapey, we promise. He was like, when he was like a mob enforcer who was supposed to like kidnap the kid to bribe the mom or some stupid shit, and then he fucking dies. So he's just kind of stuck there. There's stuff like that. There's like a kid who commits suicide in a fucking bathtub with a toaster, and he's just stuck in the bathtub as a ghost. There's stuff like that.
He's literally me.
True.
When you get home and she's waiting for you, and it's just the toaster already sitting in the bathtub.
Honey, you should know. Oh shit, it's got an English muffin in it. I think the side quests work fairly well. There's maybe like 15 in total. There's also side quests from collectibles from each major area, and then there's one really big one for like the entire these mean streets, baby. There's like 30 collectibles for that, and once you put them all together, you'll get a cute little audio log basically that'll explain. Like the apartment building, it's a woman who got shoved into a water heater because she was like partying too loud and the old people got grumpy. Or the church, there's a creepy dude who would stalk women and steal their shoes. No foot jokes allowed, boys. Like stuff like that. It's pretty straightforward, but it's nice. It adds texture to the world. In the asylum, there's like a dude who was trapped there forever and was like the feds found him caked in his own shit for like years. He was locked in the same room. He never left. I don't know, shit like that. It's spooky ghost shit.
I blame the feds.
Me too.
Is there a story explanation for the Dementors catching you, the ghost? Like how that's a game over?
Sort of. So inside, again, to loop back to where I was going and then got distracted, in each of these areas, after you hit a certain point, there'll be a scripted, these 3 hallways have demons. They will be on the most set path you've ever seen in your life. It's kind of cute, to be honest. They're just straight line. Turn around. It's charming.
Literally be at work.
Absolutely. They, if you go into their eyesight, they'll scream, they go, ah, and then they're like, I'm gonna eat your soul because your soul tastes like cum or whatever. I don't know. Again, they're just ghosts that have been in purgatory too long, basically. The cool thing with all of this, collectibles, side quests, and quote-unquote combat, you can phase through fucking walls everywhere. It's so cool. It's fucking awesome. So there are buildings in Salem that are consecrated. You can't go inside of them. That's your hard barriers. Either there's a mission in there, like the church, you have to enter and use a little loading screen to go inside. There are some walls that will be the outside wall of the apartment building. So you have to wait for someone to walk in or out for the door to be open. You can latch onto them and go inside the building. If there's an open window, free game. It's free real estate. And that means you can just... The walls don't exist. There's no wall geometry. It's really impressive, to be honest. For being a really technically simple game, you can... I tried to make this thing chug, and it didn't. I was bumping through every wall back and forth on the same level of the apartment building, just trying to get it to fuck up, and it didn't, which is really cool. So you can phase through pretty much everything in the world outside of the really hard barriers of the outside of the open world. Some consecrated buildings, usually where story stuff takes place, because it's Salem. Of course, someone's had a fucking priest come by. Mm-hmm. And because there's ghost stuff, there's also ghost stuff. Like, there are, like, 1700s boats in the middle of, like, the harbor that are just in your way. They don't exist when you're not dead, but when you're dead, there's a ghost boat in your way. It adds some charm. It's nothing particularly special, but it does mean you have to navigate around some stuff every once in a while, you know. You have to stealth your way behind the demons. You have to, what is it? Fucking like hold right trigger and press A, and then you can use your magic detective skills, because every ghost has different skills, and that's part of the tutorials, figuring out what you can do, because all the ghosts are different. And you can use your big strongman muscles to fucking Jedi that shit, and then you just kill them. It's a little anticlimactic. There's no shooting, striking, punching, nothing like that. It is exclusively go behind demon, suck its soul out, which is kind of underwhelming, but whatever. Later in the game, there's also different types of distractions you can use to make the demons go off their direct security path. Securitas looking ass. Like crows will draw demons' attention, so you can hide. There's little hiding places. There's like little poop clouds everywhere, and you can like teleport between them to hide from demons, to navigate through areas. If they're searching for you directly, you have to bump between them when they're looking at the hiding spots so you don't get caught, which is kind of fun. And then you can do that to like get near a crow and make it go blah, 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 and then the demon goes and then it goes and fucks with the crow.
I'm impressed that you said suck your soul and then didn't follow it up with your favorite Evil Dead line.
I was waiting for that, actually.
I'm proud of you.
I was waiting to use that. Yeah, you've solved the mystery. You bring together a bunch of characters. Probably the most exciting or interesting part of the game is going to the Salem Witch Museum. So that's where you put together the mystery of they're killing off people like they're witches because of the particulars of why the people are dying. So you'll get to see all the weird, fucking, creepy-ass torture devices we used to put educated women in. There's also a fucking train.
And so you were happy?
Oh, yeah, baby!
There's a train, 10 out of 10, would play again.
Deadass. You go to the museum, it's a ghost train because it used to be a train station. You go to the second story, and the train will kill you if you hit it. So you have to, like, it comes out of a wall. Looney Tunes are right out of a wall. You have to, like, go, oh, look, there's a little hiding space here, and then, train comes by. And you have to go across the tracks and hide in the other spot and all that shit. It's a jank-ass mechanic, but it was really funny.
It's the Scooby-Doo bit where they're chasing each other across the hall. And
kind of, yeah. It's got charm. Like, it does have charm. It's not an impressive game whatsoever, but I did thoroughly enjoy playing it.
How many hours?
6 hours, roughly, for the main story, and then with the additional exploration I did to get 80% of the collectibles in total, so all the different side quests and random shit to find and uncover, probably 10. So I played in like 2 days. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the secondary character that follows you around is your teenage sidekick, who is like a medium, and she's all goth and emo, and she wears fucking jewelry and anarchy symbols, and she's fucking cool and shit. She's really fucking annoying, and I like it. She's very like the trope. Just no, they kidnapped my mom because she could see demons and shit. And I'm gonna do this on my own. Oh, that's what I forgot. You can possess a fucking cat. And you can play as a cat. It's so much fun. Cats can see demons and ghosts. I don't know why. It's never explained. You can possess the cat, and you have to use it for various puzzle areas to do parkour. And it's so fucking fun. I screeched when I found out I could possess a cat. Colin was in the same room, and I was like, okay! And you can make it meow. 10 out of 10, pure cinema. Come down here and let me suck your cock, pretty boy.
Yep.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
It's like, this is the most like 6, 7 out of 10 game I played in a long time. But it's solid.
All the achievements?
No.
Are you gonna?
I will. The problem is they are kind of soft locked by game completion. Mm-hmm. You can revisit all of the areas up until the final mission, and instead of like most more modern games, especially open world games, after you finish the main story quest, it'll just put you back in the open world to do more shit, and it will like pretend you didn't finish the last mission. Mm-hmm. You have to. You can't do that here. It's real fucking annoying. So I'll end up probably re-downloading it and finishing it at some point. But I got most of them on my first go without looking up jack shit.
That's nice.
So, yeah, I got this for like I got this with Games with Gold, actually, but before it was Game Piss. So I got this for free, like, years ago.
You can't call it that. Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Game Piss. That's how we keep them separated.
Why is your piss blue?
Why is your game blue?
Because it was 2014! That was when Dr. Manhattan had a lot of control over the timeline, okay?
You're just mad that you weren't the animator on his big blue god dong.
No.
I'm moving on to the news. Exclusive from IGN.com. IGN can exclusively reveal the first international poster for Return to Silent Hill, and it offers a terrifying glimpse of Pyramid Head and the upcoming Silent Hill 2 adaptation. Return to Silent Hill is directed by Christoph Gans, who directed 2006's Silent Hill, and it will debut in theaters on January 23rd of 2026. The poster, which you can see in the news that Spencer so creatively assembled, you can get the script by emailing us and requesting it, because he doesn't Substack this shit.
To be fair, we might be able to get around to that when we finish the season. Maybe I might have the mental bandwidth to get my shit together to do that. These episodes are such a bitch to write, dude. I tried to do it once, and it was really fucking hard.
Looks to star the eye of Jeremy Irvine's James Sunderland. However, if you look a little closer, you may notice one of the most iconic villains in all the Silent Hill in its reflection. Return to Silent Hill brings the iconic horror franchise back to the screen. The official description reads, when James receives a mysterious letter from his lost love, Mary, he is drawn to Silent Hill, a once familiar town now consumed by darkness. As he searches for her, James faces monstrous creatures and unravels a terrifying truth that will push him to the edge of his sanity. This film tells more of a standalone story and isn't quite connected to 2006's Silent Hill or 2012's Silent Hill Revelation. But, as Gans puts it, Return to Silent Hill is an adaptation created out of deep respect for a true masterpiece of a game, Konami's iconic Silent Hill 2.
The trailer looked hokey, and I like it.
It looked very much like the 2006 movie.
For sure. It's the same director.
Yes,
so
I know.
As long as it's at least the quality of the 2006 movie, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's definitely more risky to do a soft adaptation of Silent Hill 2 because it's so beloved, but this is one of the few projects that felt like it had any level of artistry and ideas behind it, and letting them come back is fucking cool. And also, they've been teasing this for a while now.
Yeah.
So
this has a lot of good indicators. I've been on strike from the movie theater, but I think I will actually go watch this in a theater. So,
wow.
Yes, I know.
Damn, I know what we're fucking doing.
It doesn't mean that my strike won't continue after this movie, but
also, to be fair, this will be an empty showing. So.
Yes, exactly.
From Polygon.com, Hideo Kojima has unveiled. I'm not talking about meat. Has unveiled the first proper trailer for the horror game OD he is developing with Jordan Peele during an event celebrating the 10th anniversary of Kojima production. The OD trailer, subtitled Knock, strongly recalls PT, the infamous playable demo for the cancelled Silent Hill game Kojima was working on with another horror movie director, Guillermo del Toro. Pookie. The OD trailer was introduced by Kojima and Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer. Xbox Game Studios is publishing the game and helping with development. Spencer calls the game truly revolutionary. I did actually say that.
Visionary.
And that's what I said.
You said revolutionary.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. Spencer called the game truly revolutionary and said that Kojima is innovating in gameplay, story, and player engagement. This is totally different, even as a system, Kojima says. Both remain coy about what makes OD's supposedly revolutionary gameplay different. Although Spencer said the Xbox Game Studios was helping out on technical work within Unreal Engine for the game, both in what's flashy on the screen and also a lot of behind-the-scenes work. Kojima did reveal that the studio was scanning spooky real-world locations for the game, as hinted in the redacted text intro to the trailer. I want to go all over the world where there are scary places, he said. I want to scan a ghost for the first time, and I want to get an award for that, he joked. No release date or formats for OD were announced. Trailer's spooky! It did definitely evoke PT, for sure.
It pisses me off that they call it a playable demo when PT literally stands for playable trailer. Why would you change the words of the thing?
I'm just glad that Kojima gets to keep scanning cute girls and putting them in his games. I respect the fuck out of him for that. He watches a movie, he goes on Twitter, gives it a good review, and then he gets in their fucking DMs, and then he gets to do a full body scan and put them in his games. I love him for that. It's so charming. And somehow it doesn't come across as creepy. But it just looked very good. The high lifelike woo wow wow wow.
His games are too high IQ for me. I go, wow, smart man, do a good thing. I don't know if I'll ever play it.
She did indeed scream in the trailer. She did go, because she got grabbed. Real spooky.
From Gizmodo.com, we're less than a month out from Splinter Cell: Death Watch, Netflix's animated series based on Ubisoft's old Tom Clancy stealth games.
Big sneeze.
It's very itchy nose. After an initial showing promising the return of leading man Sam Fisher, voiced by Liev Schreiber, this new trailer tells us what the thing is about and what our hero's up against. The series sees Sam getting back in the field when operative Zinnia McKenna, played by Kirby Howell-Baptiste, comes to him with a watch containing blueprints for a potentially dangerous weapon. Complicating matters further for Sam is the watch's potential connection to the tech company Xanadu, whose CEO, Diana Shetland, is the daughter of Douglas, Sam's old friend he put in the ground years earlier. Across its 8-episode season, Sam and Zinnia will travel the globe and punch or shoot anything in their way and face their demons to save the world. Death Watch, created by John Wick writer Derek Kolstad and from studios Sun Creature, known for Apex Legends, and Faust, known for Wolf Walkers, is the latest piece of Splinter Cell media following several novels released in recent years. And no games in like a lot of years.
A long time.
A remake of the first game is in development at Ubisoft Toronto, but first up, Death Watch comes to Netflix on October 14th.
I have no personal connection to this series, despite the fact that it fits everything I like. I've just never gotten around to it.
Yeah.
They're doing the thing that all the Netflix anime-inspired video game things do, where they're like, it's probably canon mostly, and it's not adapting a thing directly, which I guess is fine. It's not the same studio. It looks the same, though.
Yep. It looked exactly the same.
The trailer was fine. Like, I don't know. The voice acting seemed decent. It just doesn't really tickle my balls.
Nope.
The remake does tickle my balls, though. That's interesting, because I'm a young boy and I must play shiny new things instead of old things, despite the fact that I play Halo CE once a month at least.
Right.
From GamesRadar.com, back in 2024, Kojima Productions revealed one of the most highly anticipated upcoming action games on the horizon, Fizzant. I hate this title so much. Why is this upcoming Hideo Kojima game so exciting, you ask? Well, it marks the legendary game director's grand return to the action espionage genre. You know, the genre that Kojima helped pioneer through his iconic Metal Gear series.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, me neither. I made it the fuck up. Needless to say, fans are very excited for the new game, and thanks to a recent live stream event in 2025, which celebrated Kojima Productions' 10th anniversary, as previously stated, we now have a whole new slew of new information about the title to unpack. From casting announcements, a shiny new poster, and more, Fizzant's production is starting to pick up steam and will be heading our way after Kojima's title OD releases. Currently, there is no Fizzant release date that's been confirmed. However, it seems like we might be getting a 2030 release window. Hideo, what are you doing? Back in May 2025, Kojima shared that Fizzant is another 5 or 6 years away, and that 2030 math would be the earliest we can expect to see the title according to his own timeline. Fizzant is a brand new IP and next-generation action espionage game. While the game is still in its conceptual phase, it's being touted as something of a spiritual successor to Kojima's iconic Metal Gear Solid series, aka some of the best stealth games ever made.
And also a series that he can't
work on anymore because fucking Konami fucked him in the asshole.
Right.
Yes. Although we don't know the story just yet from the poster, it seems like the gameplay will follow one man in particular who, judging by his gun and put-together outfit, is no stranger to a life of shadows and violence. We know that the story will feature a large cast, as Kojima has revealed 3 confirmed actors so far: Charlie Fraser, Don Lee, and Minami Hamabe. I'm so slow.
Minami Hamabe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sped. And also teased that more announcements will come in the future. During the announcement for the game back in 2024, Kojima stated that the upcoming title is the culmination of his work in the industry thus far, blending cutting-edge technology and talent from around the world to create it. We know that Fizin is using an advanced version of the Decima engine used in Death Stranding 2 and OD, and that Kojima is seeking to break the boundaries between game and film with this title. Way too fucking early to announce this for obvious reasons. However, it's Hideo Kojima, so he gets a pass, and I half respect it. People are casting Robert Pattinson as the guy who's on the cover, and I fuck with it. I don't, whatever. It'll be nice to not get another Death Stranding game. I still haven't played them, and I think I'll like them despite the whole, it's a walking simulator thing. But we need more action stealth games. It's a favorite of mine, and we need more, despite the fact that I still haven't played any Metal Gear because I'm a fake gamer. I don't know. We got a poster. The poster looks good. At least they're talking about it.
High IQ, man. I can't participate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
From GameSpot.com. The sequel to the Super Mario Bros. Movie is coming next year, 2026, and Nintendo shared more details during its latest Nintendo Direct presentation. The movie is called the Super Mario Galaxy Movie. It's a very long fucking title, and it's set for release on April 3rd of 2026. The movie carries the Super Mario Galaxy name, but will appear to fans of all Mario games Will appear to fans of all Mario... What the fuck does that mean?
I would assume appeal. It sounds like typo.
Oh. Producer Chris Meledandri said, the first teaser trailer has been revealed as well, showing off the movie's impressive-looking visuals. Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic, who directed the 2023 blockbuster Mario animated movie, are coming back. Screenwriter Matthew Fogel is also returning, with Brian Tyler coming back as well to compose the score.
They're skipping over 30 years of Mario history to go to space, and I think it's funny. They're going from 0 to 100.
Woo.
I don't know. The movie was fine.
A lot of people have said that it looks really good and there's no story to it. It's your favorite word. A nothing burger. I've heard it from many, many sources, so hopefully that's gotten back to them and they make something a little bit meatier.
That's true. To be fair, the 2 Galaxy games are definitely some of my favorite Mario games, so there's potential, but Chris Pratt, Yahoo, the usual, the same criticisms apply. It's the same animation studio. It's still Illumination. It'll have more polygons.
On the same theme, I'm going to double up so that you can get the next 2.
No.
From Kotaku.com, on September 12th, during an extra long Nintendo Direct, there was a whole section dedicated to the 40th anniversary of Mario. Well, Super Mario Bros. At least. And for some reason, the big new game announced during this part of the show was a new Yoshi game. Yoshi the Mysterious Book is an adorable-looking 2D platformer that features Yoshi trying to help a magical book.
He's me for real. That
book, named Mr. E, is filled with all sorts of secrets and knowledge, but he can't see it himself as his eyes are on his cover. Sounds like a nightmare existence to this writer. Nobody cares about your opinions. Anyway, Yoshi has to hop into the different stories and pages to help. This apparently involves fishing and looking super duper cute in a stop motion like gameplay. Yoshi also has to help a flower-like creature that rides on the green hero's back and helps him solve puzzles and interact with the worlds he hops into. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is set to hop over to Switch 2 in spring of 2026. I like Yoshi in the Mario games for the most part, but this looked like baby's first Yoshi game.
The gameplay definitely looked really
simple.
I really like the stop motion look though.
Yeah.
His games have always been kind of light on substance, which is lame, because it does seem like the way that the character is usually used in a Mario game has enough to make it its entire own gameplay loop for something else, but they...
this looked like easier than a Kirby game.
Yeah. Now I see why you gave me this one.
You're welcome.
Exclusive from Variety.com.
Gay man talks about gay things.
Lesbians! A live-action Life is Strange TV series has been greenlit at Amazon Prime Video, Variety has learned exclusively. That's what an exclusive means, guys.
Yes.
Based on the video game franchise of the same name, the show will be written by Charlie Koval, who also serves as executive producer and showrunner. Dimitri M. Johnson, Mike Goldberg, and Timothy I. Stevenson. What the fuck? Will executive produce under the Story Kitchen banner. The series comes from Square Enix, Story Kitchen, and Lucky Chap, with Amazon MGM Studios producing. Story Kitchen has always believed that Life is Strange deserved to be more than just a game. It's a cultural touchstone, said Story Kitchen's Johnson and Goldberg. After a decade-long journey, we're honored to be bringing this beloved story to Amazon MGM alongside our incredibly talented partners at Square Enix, our brilliant showrunner/writer Charlie Koval, and the amazing team at Lucky Chap. Ironic chap, but it's about girls!
I got a stone you can touch.
Together, this thoughtfully assembled dream team is ready to share Life is Strange with the world in an entirely new way. Koval is best known for writing the Netflix dark comedy series The End of the Fucking World, which was based on the graphic novel of the same name by Charles Forsman, which were both fucking bangers. Most recently, they created the Netflix drama Chaos with a K and co-created the British comedy True Love with Ian Weatherby. Okay.
Ooh.
One, Amazon has the best fucking track record with video game adaptations,
That's
which
true.
I hate because Jeff Bezos.
Yep.
However, they seem to give them free reign to do whatever.
What outside of Fallout gives them the track record?
Fallout, Secret Level.
Yeah.
Fuck. What was the other one? There's another one. Dick and Balls.
Nope, didn't see that one.
Fuck. Please hold. There's another one.
I forgot Secret Level. It's okay. Continue.
Yeah, they have a few, and their lineup of upcomings is promising. We got fucking God of War, Lara Croft, Wolfenstein.
I thought Lara Croft was going to Netflix.
No, that was the anima.
Yeah.
Which wasn't an anima because it was produced in America. No, that's the live action show is going to Prime.
I think they're doing a Horizon one too.
Yes, Horizon. That's also on Prime. Yeah, a lot of shit's going to Prime.
Yeah.
I think the showrunner and writer is a very good pick. I think that series and comic that it is based on are a surprisingly good match for this. And this is also one of those ones where, despite the fact that it is a game and choices do matter, there's only 2 canon endings of the shit, and one of them nobody chooses. It's fucking, I don't know. This is actually, it's a fucking, you watch a game. Usually I don't like that, like Telltale, because there are like pretty drastic, like so many different people can die and whatever. The general premise of the ending is usually the same. Life is Strange is just different character interactions, and like you can keep this kid from getting a soccer ball kicked on his head if you use time travel.
That doesn't sound worth it.
Yeah. I do actually think this does kind of fucking warrant the show. Like, it doesn't feel like it's taking too much away from it. Because it was kind of the tone of the show was like a teen melodrama. That was the fucking vibe. So that makes sense to me. And it seems like the writer's a good fit. And I'm sure that the Life is Strange fan community, which I'm so not a part of, will totally respond to all the casting news really normally. They've never been weird about anything and not super attached to their own fan castings, literally for 10 years now.
From Polygon.com.
I thought I was getting 2!
Yeah, I want you to get the next one because it's long. Nintendo Direct may have been a celebration of Super Mario Bros. 40th birthday, but beloved characters outside the Mushroom Kingdom still got their moment to shine. During the showcase, Nintendo shared another look at the hotly anticipated Metroid Prime 4: Beyond! And even revealed when we'll get the chance to slide back into Samus's space boot. That's for if you're a naughty boy. Metroid Prime 4 will be released on Switch 2 on December 4th of this year. The trailer opens on a daunting landscape with an ominous spike-spangled tower looming in the distance as thunder crackles. Admittedly, it doesn't tell us a whole lot about the story beyond, but it does reveal one huge gameplay detail. Samus has a badass motorcycle now. Get in, losers, we're Oh my, shut the fuck up. In a sunny desert, Samus hops astride her new bike, taking out enemies with her arm cannon as she rides and power sliding into some baddies. There's been a lot of hype for this for like 20 years, and wow, Metroid fans are finally getting it. I'm gonna bet you a whole stinking dollar right now it won't be good enough.
That is true. I believe they most recently had to restart the development entirely in like 2017 to 2019, I think. They just restarted the whole damn thing. Arkham Knight, is that you? Car-centric gameplay? It does look shiny, though.
Yeah, shiny, but it didn't catch my interest because I haven't played the series. I played most of the first one, and that's my experience with the Prime series. So
I prefer Prime to the 2D ones, but that's also because I'm a Zoomer and I have autism.
Yep.
I'm a little special. It was a nice difference because at first I was like, oh my gosh, it's not really a shooter. It just kind of looks like a shooter. And then I started playing. I was like, this shit rips, actually.
I do like that the gameplay of the first one is more concerned with like scanning everything than shooting everything. I like that a lot.
The soundtrack is in my brain, which is weird because I haven't played them like that much. I'm not the world's biggest fucking Metroid Prime fan.
Autism.
Probably. Also, Master Chief's a girl!
Master Chief would be shooting everything and not giving a fuck.
He'd be
easy. Like, watch me grenade hot.
That's true. From GameRant.com.
Also, I skipped your second one because the last thing on this script is very heckin' long and it's my idea, so...
That's true. From GameRant.com, Kojima Productions, holy shit, it's almost like they did a presentation this week, has offered the first glimpse at its upcoming animated feature now titled Death Stranding Mosquito. Franchise creator Hideo Kojima seems to have many plans to expand the Death Stranding IP in the coming years, with Mosquito being just one of the projects in development in association with his Tokyo-based studio Kojima Productions. Also, they're doing sake, which I'm gonna get you some.
I'm down. I actually have come around on sake.
I've only had it like twice. It's like a meme drink in my brain. It's like, what is it, soji? I don't remember what the fuck it's called. It's also a Japanese alcohol. The ones that are in like the little fruity bottles, but are like 32% or some shit.
Woof. I don't know.
It's like really high. It's like, look at this gay little fruity thing. You're dead.
I like the cloudy ones better because they're like actually legit ass fruitier. They have like fruit flavors in them and really sweet.
In a teaser trailer released during the Beyond the Strand event, Kojima Productions shared 2 minutes of the upcoming animated film Death Stranding Mosquito, featuring a bizarre protagonist. He's got a dick on his face. Likely nicknamed Mosquito, the character wears a strange mask that appears to let them suck something from their enemies' bodies. Gamera, I love you.
Maybe I shouldn't have given you this one.
Penis. However, it's unclear how this ability aids them in combat or how they acquired it in the first place. It's just for sucking dick.
You said AIDS.
Did I? You got me. As for the team behind Death Stranding Mosquito, Hideo Kojima serves as producer, and it is being directed by Hiroshi Miyamoto, known for anime like Pretty Cure Dream Stars, which I actually have seen and I do like. The screenwriter is Aaron Guzikowski, who wrote acclaimed projects such as the TV series Raised by Wolves, which is a banger, and the film Prisoners, which is fucking goated. Guzikowski was one of the first names revealed when the Death Stranding animated movie was initially teased. ABC Animation Studio is handling the animation, while Studio Easter, one of the companies behind the popular anime Dandadan, which is also a fucking banger, is working on the film's background designs. I have turned into the weeb of the group. What is wrong?
I'm very glad that I gave you this one, because I don't know any of these words.
Unfortunately, there is no release date or window yet, and the only information revealed so far is the short teaser trailer and the key names behind the project. This is a 3D anime that looks fucking good!
Leave it to Kojima to do something good.
True. I still haven't played Death Stranding, and I'm still interested. This trailer gave me nothing except a really cool style and a guy with a weird mask, and I'm so into it. It looked fucking great. Heavy texturing. Also, I think a low frame rate. That, I think, is the thing with the 3D designs that really helped make it seem more kind of cel-shaded-ish. Was they dropped the frame rate down to like 20 or something just to make my brain go weird. I don't know. This will be good. No doubt, this will be good. $5. It'll be good.
to finish off the news, we have the upcoming October video game releases, and I have many thoughts because there's many games coming out.
This is the beginning of like the pre-holiday rollout.
Yeah. First up, Ghost of Yotai. PS5 comes out October 2nd. Very excited. I didn't pre-order because I'm a good boy, but I'm keeping a close eye on it because the second game I ever platinumed ever, and I want to platinum it again. It's so good. Love it very much. Giga Sword on PC, October 2nd. Don't know anything about it. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 is coming to Switch, and I assume Switch 2 on October 2nd. Borderlands 4 was announced to come out on Switch 2 October 3rd. But that's been pushed back because it's a pile of dog doo-doo.
It looks bad.
It legit ass doesn't work on regular consoles, and so they said...
It doesn't work on PC, dude.
Maybe
it's cooked.
We shouldn't on Switch.
Did they give us an actual new release date, or are they just pushing it?
I don't remember. I saw it in passing, and I wasn't ready for this list.
Yeah.
Digimon Story Time Stranger comes to everything except Switch on October 3rd. Diamond Blades, I don't know. Blood of Mayron, I don't know.
King of Meat, that's me.
I don't know.
Me neither.
Little Rocket Lab, Shrine's Legacy, Comfy Girl Lo-Fi Companion comes to PC. Is that what I think it is?
I don't know, but I do want to look into that.
That's kind of funny.
That'd be fun.
Mooney Black_Lotus comes to PC. Absalom Backseat Drivers Rise Eterna 2. Barbie Horse Trails comes to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series XS, Switch, probably Switch 2, and PC on October 10th.
That is my Red Dead Redemption 2. Did the horse balls shrink in the snow? I'm buying it.
Does the horse even poop? It has to.
It's a Barbie horse. It's
it
plastic.
Has to. There's plastic poop.
We shall see. Battlefield 6, which does look really good.
I am really excited for that.
I wanted to, like, the beta came out, or like the early testing thing they did, and it looked really good. I did really good. All of my roommates played it. I didn't.
Really?
Yes, all three of them at the same time together.
What a bunch of losers.
I know. They had a great time. They didn't invite me. I think I was working.
Sounds pretty gay.
Admittedly, the like past 3 weeks of marketing has been really cringe.
Did they fuck each other after the beta?
Probably.
Yeah, I believe it.
They were screaming across the house. The marketing has definitely dipped into cringe category the past few weeks. They're doing like the celebrity spots and shit, but like the game still looks really fucking good. Especially because Black Ops 7 looks not great.
Dare I say this might be the year that it kills COD. And I'm really hopeful. I'm really hopeful.
It's so not gonna happen. Just purely,
it would just make for good drama.
That is true, but it's because COD is kept up by whales. Like, no matter how bad the game is, there are always COD whales.
I don't know how to say this word. Disgaea?
Probably Disgaea? I don't know.
7 Complete comes to Switch 2 October 10th. Little Nightmares 3.
I cannot believe they're shitting out another one of these.
Goes to everything, literally everything, including your fridge, October 10th. NASCAR 25, nobody cares, you drive in a circle.
Dude, Just Dance!
Just Dance 26. I can't believe they're still making those. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm. Pokemon Legends Z through A is coming to Switch and Switch 2.
Jurassic World Evolution 3, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC October 21st.
Ninja Gaiden 4.
That's a big one. PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC October 21st.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Would you let me read it?
Sorry.
PS5, Xbox Series XS, PC October 21st.
I'm looking forward to that one a lot. I really liked the first one quite a lot. It was very fun. It was much better than Vampire with a Y.
Angry Video Game Nerd 8-Bit, PC consoles October 23rd. That sounds cringe as fuck.
Dead meme.
Plants vs. Zombies Replanted, PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox Series XS, 1, Switch 1, Switch 2, PC, and your fridge, October 23rd.
Huh. That sounds like a remaster
it's
or a remake?
It's the first one remastered or remade. I don't know the differences.
I'm gonna come.
Except that it runs on current hardware.
I'm actually excited for that. That was one of my entry points into playing games. I had the demo on my PC for the longest time because you could play through like the first 3 nights on loop.
Yep.
That shit bops, and the Garden Warfare new sub-series that replaced the original one is just like a third person. I think it's an arena shooter. It looks fine. It's just so not Plants vs. Zombies. It's not what I wanted, and I've never gotten into that. that's exciting.
Tormented Souls 2, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, October 23rd. Once Upon a Katamari, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, Switch 1, probably 2, PC, October 24th. The Outer Worlds 2 is coming to PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC.
It feels like that just came out.
October 29th.
The first one. It just...
You are special.
I know. I don't know if
I played that on my very first trip on this show.
I don't know if it's like the way the hype circles work. Or
5 or 6 years ago. It wasn't new then.
I think I also get Outer World and Outer Wilds confused as well.
Me too, 100%.
Because I think one of them's bad and one of them's good, if I remember correctly.
I don't think so. I think, if anything, Outer Worlds got more complaints against it.
For some reason, they're right next to No Man's Sky in my mind. Not because of quality, but because I think it's like the same window.
I think Outer Wilds is much more similar gameplay. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. That's not me being cringe. That's the name of this. It's coming to PS5, Xbox Series, Switches, and PC on October 30th. This looks pretty good, and I'm kind of interested in playing it. I've been bit by the JRPG bug. I'm not happy about it, but I've been working through it. And Dragon Quest has always been like on the fringe of that, but never quite attainable, or like can't really get into it because they're on like 21X through Y. And it's like, what the fuck is even happening? How do I get into this? Final Fantasy, each entry is a new higher number, but they aren't really connected. So it's like you can just jump in anywhere, whatever looks good. But Dragon Quest hasn't been like that. And I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out. Any thoughts?
Nope.
Okay.
JRPGs are for gay homosexuals.
Wow.
You know, if I got into them, I would be really into them, though.
Yeah. Nina the Hollower, Tales of Xillia Remastered, I don't know what that is, and Terminator 2D No Fate. PlayStations, Xboxes, including one, Switch, PC, October 31st. This is like a Contra-looking game, but it's Terminator 2 in 2D, and it looks kind of good and weird, and I'm curious, but I'm not buying it day one just because it's a very strange idea. And Terminator 2 is an old movie by now, so like, I want to know where this is coming from.
House of the Dead
came out in 2003, directed by Uwe Boll.
Yes, he was like the first guy to do multiple video game adaptations, and all of them except Hitman sucked absolute ass, and he's apparently a mega cunt about it. At the time, timely, of course, I will plug. Ryan Hollinger just made a video about this, which is wonderful.
He cheats. He knew we were going to do this, and he stole our thunder.
I totally...
What a dick.
I DM'd him.
I love him.
Me too. But apparently the director would threaten to, like, fight people for shitting on his movie. Like, he asked them to street fight about it, which is... If he wasn't serious, that'd be really funny, but it sounds like he was like actually serious and like a mega cunt.
He did House of the Dead, I think Alone in the Dark is a game, maybe?
Yes.
Blood Rain and Blood Rain 2 and Far Cry.
Yeah.
And Alone in the Dark 2.
I don't want to talk about Far Cry. I've seen it. I don't want to ever do that.
Interesting.
House of the Dead is
and Blood Rain 3.
House of the Dead is a pseudo prequel to the first game, which of course are a series of light-based gun arcade games, which everyone has probably played at some point in their life.
He also did a shit-ass Rampage movie.
But not that Rampage.
And another Rampage movie.
What the fuck? This guy's whack.
And House of Evil. Alright.
House of the Dead, the games are fun, but there's nothing to them. I've never engaged with them critically. There's a bunch of them, but most arcades that still have like older machines will still have one.
Yep.
Like the gun-based light shooters are so much fun, dude.
Yes. I
hate on-rails shooters at home, but in a arcade with the old school 80s lights and shit, these are fun. And this is a kind of a soft prequel to the first game. This is genuinely one of the worst movies I've seen in my life, except for the fact that it's still coherent. It is really bad, but I've seen things that don't qualify as films, you know? They're so chopped and fucked that they don't make any sense. They're not movies. This is somehow still a movie that was released in theaters. Like, it wasn't a straight to VOD streaming slop. This is like a real thing. I fucking hated this, and yet I still kind of had fun with it because it was so bad.
This ended my sobriety.
I understand your brainworms now, despite the fact that you don't seem to get this.
I hated this one. I was the most cringe on my phone, reading a book, listening to music, watching this. Like, it's not over yet. What the fuck is happening? I couldn't take it. It broke me. This
felt like the stuff that you love watching. You're like, Dev, I'm going to watch some bad cringe movies, but they're so bad they're funny. This was a little, not so bad it's funny, like, what's something I think is shit, but I still like?
Friday the 13th.
I still am not quite there yet, but you're right on the point.
You're working on it.
I'm working on it. I'm almost done.
There's enjoyable things to that where it's like, you can see the cut where the monster suddenly turns into like a Velcro thing and they behead the Velcro thing. Like, that's funny. This is like, let's do a 20-minute slow-mo montage of unlimited ammo. Everybody's just blasting, and it's so overhyped and like over edited and overdone that it's just fucking boring. It lasts so long that it doesn't do anything new. It's just people blasting.
I was so bored and fucking mad that the first like 20 minutes were a bunch of really annoying college kids trying to go to a fucking rave. It was so disengaging. We agreed on this. You started watching it before me, and you're like, "Oh dear God, you're in for something." And I was like, "Oh boy, here we go." I got so close to turning it off because it was so fucking maddening, and then it only got better because things did start going boom. It looked like shit, and none of it was really enjoyable, but at least I was stimulated.
Clearly filmed in a backyard.
Oh yeah.
I love the rave that's hosted by Sega. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
It's got like borderline strippers dancing in front of the Sega sign. And it's like, did Sega really approve of this?
Probably.
Like, really?
Sega do be edgy like that. They got what Nintendo don't. Don't forget.
I've never seen Sega strippers.
But their Mortal Kombat has blood instead of the cum sweats. You know, don't forget. Yeah, this was really fucking bad. Also, that rave was the tiniest thing I've seen in my life. They're like, it's like Fire Festival is like the modern comparison to what it should have been, because Fire Festival obviously it didn't happen, it was fake, whatever. Pathetic little whimper. This concert looked like the smallest venue I've been to, and we go to metal shows, which have tiny venues by comparison.
Basement metal shows.
Yeah, this had...
Firefest, is that different from Burning Man?
Yes, Burning Man is real, and that's where all the really rich hippies go to do a bunch of acid and get stuck in the mud. And, and then Fire Festival was the one where it was like a fake investment event where the guy was like, yeah, it's totally real, and then he gave them like tents.
Yeah.
That it's like it's.
I think the orgy tent at Burning Man got like blown over in a hurricane this year or something.
It was the past few years, Fire Festival gets real fucked up because. Quite ironic because it's all the really rich pseudo woke kids of like CEOs going to go do ecstasy or whatever, and it's like the thing that actually gets all of the all of the climate problems caused by those companies their dads work for end up fucking Firefest. It's really funny in a very morbid way. A lot of people die there, which is fucking wild. But yeah, this venue was as big as your house tops. It was so small. There's like 2 tents and a stage that was like 10 feet. It was.
We've been to bigger microbreweries.
Yes. The basement shows that I watch.
Live music.
the basement shows that I watch with one of our patrons.
Yes.
Is bigger than this.
Yes.
That was like, it's a big festival. They're paying so much money to go watch. And it's like, this is
empty.
I've been to strip clubs bigger than this by a wide margin.
But were there Sega strippers there?
No. There were boobies in this movie.
I'm gonna have to check eBay for Sega strippers later.
I think you might need to go to a more scandalous website for that, but
Craigslist,
Etsy. I think the only thing in this that I kind of didn't hate was the stupid Captain Kirk jokes for some reason. they were like, yeah, the guy's named Captain Kirk, and we're gonna make jokes about him not liking the Star Trek joke. It wasn't funny, but it was something. Everybody dies in the movie, and not in like a cool way. They're all like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself for the group, and then 2 minutes later someone else has to sacrifice themselves for the group. And
I was legit ass reading a book at the end of this.
I think
halfway through the firefight, and then like the rest of the movie, I was just like, oh, it's still on.
I think I was on Reddit, probably. They tried to do kind of like traditional voodoo zombies, like actual reanimated corpses, but by a Spanish guy. All of that was fucking whack as shit. And they're like, this guy is evil. He does magic, and he's from Spain. The poster for this movie is 10 times better than anything in the movie.
Yep.
The poster slaps.
Yep.
And the house, the house of the Dead is like a shack.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure this is definitely the worst movie I've watched this year, and I have watched like 4 public domain Mickey Mouse horror movies. This was fucking abhorrent, and it was made for like $20 million. Do you know how many starving babies in Africa we could have fed for this? Apparently the sequel is even worse too, which is impressive. At least that one went straight to VOD.
I have 6 movies below this one for this year.
Are you okay?
It's been a rough year,
Do you
my
need
guy.
to talk to somebody?
It's been a really bad year.
Yeah, they hid the guns underneath the fish in the smuggling crates, and the captain didn't give a fuck. He knew what movie he was in. He didn't give a fuck. This was I've seen much better student films.
Oh yeah,
much better bad student films, because sometimes student films kind of go hard. I've seen better music videos from like strippers who make music. This was really fucking bad. This is tied with Rampage for last place for video game movies. I think I would watch Rampage more purely because there's more
visual stimulation.
I was gonna say I can make more jokes about Dwayne Johnson's titties, but they're very different types of abhorrently bad. There's also a lot of really funny racist jokes we made during Rampage, which was quite fun. There were definitely some bits in there that were weird.
I was definitely hammered through that.
We were both fucked up. And I would go back to the 2 hours I spent vomiting around a campfire and then trying to hug you. That was more enjoyable than watching Rampage and House of the Dead. Never again.
Yep.
Never forget.
And probably none of the rest of his movies either.
Tell me something you did was good, please.
That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening.
Fucking! I'm blowing my shit smooth off.
Your dick? You're just gonna rip it off like that?
No, I was gonna use a 22.
Oh.
I'm going plinking.
I have a pellet gun.
Ugh. Oh, shrapnel? No, thank you. What did you land on for this month? Because you were bouncing around.
I'm going with it. I'm full send. Alien Isolation was developed by Creative Assembly, known for a bunch of Total War games. And after this, they went on to make Halo Wars 2 and more Total War.
Thank fuck I don't have to change the thumbnail.
You're welcome. This game was published by the Sega Strippers. This is going to be a running joke now. It was released in 2014 for the PlayStation 3 and 4, Xbox 360 and 1, and Windows. I played it on my PlayStation 5, which means the loading screens were really, really fast. The story follows Amanda Ripley, Ellen's daughter. The flight recorder from Ellen's ship has been found and brought to a space station, basically a space city, called the Sevastopol. Amanda is offered a spot on the team that is going to go pick up the flight recorder with the hopes that it can be played back and everyone can finally know what happened on the Nostromo.
This definitely isn't the premise of like 8 different Alien properties being like, what happened after Alien?
Sevastopol is in clear disarray upon arrival, with few people prepared with few people compared to the size of the station. Amanda finds the flight recorder, but it has been corrupted. Fast forward through several levels of sneaking around the space station to avoid looters, hostile helper androids, and of course the alien that is right there in the title, and Sevastopol goes boom and Amanda narrowly escapes. There's a lot I skipped over, but I'll get to why. First things first, the visuals are incredible. The game looks a lot like the original movie. A lot of the same technology is used, and the whole game has that Alien series aesthetic that makes it timeless. Computers are crunchy and have an old-ass text-based GUI that glows green so brightly into a dark room. Dust plumes through the air. The save points are a data card that has to be pushed into a machine on the wall, kind of like an old time card companies use to track working hours. The xenomorph himself looks good, a nice shade of black and the right amounts of slimy textures. For sound design, the sounds are right there with the visuals. This sounds like an Alien property. Simple computer beeps and bloops. The keyboard and punch cards are crunchy. A lot of the game is based around sound design, down to the point where you can softly hear people moving around in the next room over, like through the door, or the alien banging through the vents above, and even your own shoes quietly squeak as you're crouch walking room by room, which I found to be annoying, but after a while, but still, it's there. The sound design is this game's strongest factor towards immersion. But speaking of immersion, now in gameplay, I really sucked at this game, and that took me out of the immersion. I played a bunch of levels on medium, the game's recommended difficulty, and then dropped it all the way down to baby story mode, and still couldn't do it. I'm not patient enough to play this style of hide, sneak, run gameplay. I tried, but so many dumb, annoying deaths leading to long sections having to be played through again just made me quit. Like, when I'm replaying the same half hour of a level, I lost interest. The AI of the alien is my biggest complaint. I understand it's a design of the game and game style, but logically, if I hide in a locker for half an hour without making a sound, and the alien is pacing, trying to find me, eventually, he's gonna fuck off to another part of this space city. There are trains on this city to get from one side to another.
Train?
Shut up!
Like Dead Space, they had the tram.
So many times I got trapped in the locker I was hiding it because the alien was pacing literal circles in front of me or around 3-ish rooms. I never felt fear of the alien. I often felt like it was a cheap death from the game, and sometimes it was clearly my own mistake. Like, apparently shooting a gun makes too much noise and I shouldn't just stand there. Whoops. I also felt frustrated that I was basically helpless, that if I saw the alien, I was fucked, and I would just stand still to die quicker and start my retry that much faster, instead of trying to run away and hide. The few times I tried to run away, the alien flawlessly ran me down, or magically knew which locker I was hiding in. I would go a couple of rooms and hide in a locker, and he would walk right up to it and open the door and eat me. Like, the fuck? Exploring was kind of boring. It has a basic Metroidvania feel to it, the game. You can't open this door until you have the right tool. Ooh, I can open that door now that I'm backtracking. Every single door with a lock like that has its own animation, and it's the same animation every single time. And it makes so much noise that seemingly doesn't alert the alien, but I'm not allowed a short jog across a room without alerting him. Like an empty room, little to the save point, boom, he knows where I am. There's a crafting system that seemed fine. I would relate it to The Last of Us Part 1. You can assemble random junk you find into jank tools like noisemakers that you can throw in some effort to distract bad guys. I really found it helpful. The alien instead enjoyed shoving his knife tail through my chest. I made it halfway through the game before giving up, and while there had been a few memorable parts, a lot of the game up to that point had been, oh no, we need you to go through a series of rooms and hallways to do or get the thing, and then come back. There was a decent enough mix-up to the formula, so I guess if I had found the gameplay loop to be fun, I wouldn't have minded so much, but it felt like the same thing over and over again. The game also had me running through... Wow. The game also had me running through a level I'd already been through by the halfway mark. One of the memorable sections, I guess, is going back in time a little bit as somebody else and like doing a spacewalk and walking through a room full of the little eggy things full of face huggers, and finding a huge bit of lore, kind of like Prometheus when they find the big thinker alien thing in the big room, one of those. And I think this game came out before Prometheus, maybe, or right around the same time.
Prometheus was like 2010.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a cool little bit. That was a nice change to the formula. But it was very short and nothing really happened. It was just like walk through the room, look at the thing. Wow. In closing, this game got good reviews. It has a 79 on Metacritic with an 8.3 user score. I honestly don't know what I missed because I bounced off this really hard. It looks and sounds amazing. I plan to watch the rest of the game in some playthrough on YouTube, but I have no intention of finishing this for myself.
Ironically enough, there was another Alien game released that's an XCOM-like game, which you would think would be from the same people, but I don't think it was.
Nope.
And that one got like dog shit reviews. I bet you'll like that one.
Maybe. I kind of struggle with XCOM. I've tried it. I kind of like it. But then the strategy ups in difficulty. It's like, I don't get it. I want to try, what is that, Space Marines? Because a little bit of video game trivia. They finally found the reason why that game tanked is because the AI for the aliens was like dog shit. So like a year or two ago, maybe 2 or 3, they found like the line of code that somebody like swapped 2 characters, and that's what made the entire alien AI like dog shit. And now the game is like really, really good and plays as intended. It was crazy. It's just like a simple little patch fixes the game to like being really good instead of dog shit.
Weird. It's like classic WoW. They couldn't change your like bag size because that was like a pillar of the code for some reason. Or some shit. Pretty sure that was WoW.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like some like you can find like bag expansions or whatever, but like they couldn't change the default size because it would break everything.
That's so weird.
Video games are weird, man. Like, oh yeah, we made Joel's eye color purple, and now everyone's upside down. Code is fucking weird, dude. I remember, I think it was like late middle school, early high school. I learned how to code a little bit. I did like HTML and like C and like C+.
Holy shit. The fix was 7 years ago.
Time is a flat circle anyways. All we do is play old games anyways, so.
But yeah, a 1-letter typo.
That's rough. Out of probably, hundreds of thousands of lines.
And then like the game tanked. It was infamous for being dog shit.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Patreon is on pause, but if you are going back to the archive and found this and Patreon is unpaused, please go to patreon.com/dimecomicbros network and subscribe under one of the 4 tiers that you'll find there and join our good friends Caitlin and Jeff Laurent.
Give me money so I can buy microtransactions in my old version of Battlefront 2 2017.
V-Bucks?
No. No V-Bucks. Your mom does pay me in V-Bucks for my services, though.